Over here in the upper left, our red Protoss. He is...
MC.
Hammer time. And now to the upper right. The comeback king, the whack-a-mole Protoss.
Aceless. There's someone in the studio wearing a cape.
Oh my god, there's somebody with a cape on.
I know you guys can't see it, but it's like really funny. I have to point it out.
Thank you, Intel and G-Skill, for making this event possible, and thank you, Coca-Cola, for the delicious drinks. I don't know if that picked up in the mic or not.
I'm sure it did. I heard it. Does that taste good? I can't drink carbonated beverages.
Tastes like esports. Yeah, he just got a tooth pulled.
Until I get my stitches out.
Our toasts are still on painkillers right now.
I took them right before the broadcast, so I didn't have to hold an ice cream on my face this time, guys. Aren't you proud of me? So right now, San is being super duper careful. He's scouted the inside of his base all over the place. Doesn't want any MC cannons in there.
You know, I know San Zenith's feeling from being a StarCraft 1 professional gamer. Same with you, Artosis. When you down in like a best of 5 in the first 2 games and they were short, man, is that a bad feeling.
That's never happened.
That is never a good feeling. You're just like, wow.
No, it's terrible, man. I mean, you're like, oh my god, am I just terrible?
Well, especially in a game like StarCraft, we have to play so much. I mean, this is an awful feeling.
Yeah.
So, if there's ever a moment that San Zenith could make the most epic comeback of his esports career, now would be the time.
Well, I think the epic comeback of his esports career.
Actually, maybe that was when he killed in Snare and ST and Boxer. Maybe maybe I spoke too soon.
Maybe you did. Take it back, Jesus. Well, both players playing very, very similarly right now.
I wouldn't be shocked if MC went for a 4-warp gate rush.
I think they're both going to go 4-warp gate, to be perfectly honest. When you see your opponents going 4-warp gate and you start down the path of 4-warp gate, there's not a lot of choices that you can turn it into. You're like, well...
Tell that to Hung and Prime, man. He's like, I'm going to go 1 gate. No, man, you can't do that.
I was going to make a gateway and like tech up and like hope and stuff.
I think I'm going to try to get a mothership, you know? No, man. All right,
and so both players going to do exactly the same build. Looks like MC is going to get on the offensive again. Hopefully he does not overcommit, and it's very similar to the last game that we saw.
Does the Zealot have dreads?
I think it actually does.
I think he does. All right, here we go. We got a battle occurring. He's going for the Stalker. This is very bad news for MC. However, the Stalker banks back. Probe is killed. And it looks like there's no way that MC is going to do this, and that is a pretty big deal here.
Yeah, you don't want to lose even 1 unit, Tasteless. That is all it's going to have its shields charge up, and it's going to be almost like new.
Now, he did make 1 pylon in the main. He needs to do that. He needs to finish, by the way. And I think he actually is going to be taken out before he can warp in. No, he should have gone. He should have stayed on the pylon. He could have killed it and actually canceled those units.
Well, I think he wanted them to warp in because he had his own units warping in, and suddenly MC way far behind again. I can't believe he keeps trying to do this against 4 warp gate.
He's going to leave it? What? All right.
He's got places to go and people to see, Tasteless.
I guess he actually does not care. Oh, he's going to have a probe kill that pylon. We don't have a shot at it now. All right. He's going to try to cave in his opponent's supply and break up the ramp.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. He's got 6 Stalkers, and MC only has 2. So, realistically, he might be able to go up and just slap MC in the face for what he just did to him.
That's a mean thing to do, Artosis.
I know.
It's a face.
You don't slap Kratos Protoss in the face, Tasteless. He's going to rip your arms off if you do.
All right.
When you slap him in the face, it just brings your arms closer to him, man. And it's like so easy for him to rip him off then.
Oh, bad attempt to poke up the ramp. Okay, now here's what he wants to do. Makes a pylon on the low ground. No, he's going to make Tasteless look bad. He turns around.
Yeah, I think, here's the thing. You don't ever really want to go up a ramp against 4-warp gate when you have 4-warp gate, unless you're like, okay, I can do this. With pure Stalker against a Sentry, 2 Zealots, 3 Stalkers, if MC force fields just try it, and let me give you a little spoiler, Tasteless. He will. He's MC. He's the best force fielder in the whole wide world. You are going to get crushed because those Zealots are going to just eat apart your Stalkers. Half your army's going to be gone, and MC's going to be like, I'm back! Ah! Just like that.
The Kratos music is going to start playing. Kratos. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. I like that game. Those games.
I've said this in several casts, but I always am amused by it. But I beat a God of War 3 in Korean, and I can say right now, he does not speak in the respectful form.
No, he does not.
Even once. Not a single yo in there.
MC doesn't either.
No. Actually, he's very respectful.
Well, not to his opponent, Stasis.
No.
He just rips their arms off.
Yeah.
All right, both players are going for Robos. Sans is a little bit quicker.
Why'd you make me do this, Sanzanet?
MC gets his robotic spay going up faster.
You know one thing about MC is he's so quick to react to anything.
Well, he is, except when he's starting the Warp Gate rush. He's like, all right, let me just try to get up here. It's like, well, I don't know about that, MC. You have less units. He's like, no. The pylon's in red, though, MC. He's like, no, it's fine. And then he loses all his stalkers, and it's like, okay. So it doesn't matter.
Interesting.
MC.
He's going to go for a one-base timing push through the bag.
Does look like
This may be pretty effective against Sans Zenith, who's generally inclined to expand. However, he does see it, so he may not go for something like that. No immortal here from San. San, by the way, guys, in Korean is mountain.
MC is the initials of
MC is
Minchel.
Korean for Kratos. Okay, I don't know about this man. He's getting Thermal Lance, Artosis.
Well,
you know why this might
here's
not be.
Here's the thing. Thermal Lance, in this situation, I would absolutely yes.
Are you serious? You would actually Thermal Lance in this situation?
I would.
You're mad.
I'm crazy.
Talk to me. Why would you get Thermal Lance?
You're one base versus one base in this situation. If you get Thermal Lance, you just spend all your gas in the entire world getting Colossi and just make Zealots with those. I feel like that's the best you can do, man. I mean, if you want to expand, you're going to need the Thermal Lance. If you get the Thermal Lance up and you don't die while you're getting up, you're going to win. So it's like, it can be risky against a timing attack like this, but as it finishes, he's going to feel good about himself. Very nice. Very nice.
Oh, that's huge. Nice micros and Zealots back.
Man. MC does walk up. Beautiful second
He's going to do the Colossus over there and step on that force field up too late. All of its stuff is basically dead.
And San. See, that is such a beautiful play. People think, oh, there's a Colossus, force field's worthless. No! Because the Colossus has to walk all the way forward while not firing and knock it down. And suddenly, San, his Thermal Lance is finishing Tasteless.
MC needs to turn around. But
90 supply against 74, and now with the Thermal Lance, I don't see him losing this. A lot of Stalkers for MC. Bam! Walks right through. Back that up. And he is targeting down so quickly. MC using those force fields, but will it be enough? The answer, no. San has Thermal Lance, and he is going to crush right through.
That's it, GG. Very nice.
San Zenith showing some beautiful force fields and really great use of Thermal Lance. He bought the time he needed. Thing is, when you have Thermal Lance, Tasteless, you end up winning the battle.
That was actually insane. I can't believe he managed to survive just there. It was all about that force field.
The two force fields won him the game.
And I know I want to reiterate what you just said, Artosis, because I think a lot of people might be confused as to what exactly just happened there. Because if you play a lot of StarCraft competitively, whether you're Masters or Bronze, you know that Colossus can just step on force field, so why on earth would you use it? Why wouldn't you use the Guardian Shield? But in a PvP, in a situation like that where the Colossus is actually the staple unit, you're not going to have the Colossus in the front to step on the force field.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
You just can't. It lures the Colossus up. The Colossus loses shots there. Meanwhile, you are just killing those front 5 or 6 Zealots.
That's a lot. That's a lot of units that are there to tank damage.
It buys him time for Thermal Lance to keep going, for him to warp in more units, for perhaps another Colossus to pop out. And then he has to walk all the way forward, and then he has to move back again, because guess what? You're in range of his Colossus, you're up at the front of your army, you're on this little ramp, you're up at the front of the units with your Colossus. No, it's going to get targeted down by Stalkers and Colossus, then he has to move back then you cast another one, and look, all of a sudden, San Zenith crushing OGSMC.
Well summed up, Artosis. That's exactly what happened. We're going to go to our next game. They're both in the game right now. It's going to be on Metalopolis. So we all know this map. It's a standard StarCraft 2 map. I think one of the best maps, actually, especially for learning.
As long as you're not close position stasis, I think it's an amazing
Close
map.
positions, it's tough. PvP, it's going to be interesting. If they're cross spots, this could be a map that might favor San because he might be able to get an expansion up, kind of go into his part of the game. MC is definitely going to be hitting his fingers crossed for close spots. Then again, actually, I don't think MC really cares where he spawns.
No, I don't think he
judging
cares
from
all
his
that
attitude.
much. Yeah, he has a no-care attitude, Tasteless. He doesn't care if his opponent has more units. He doesn't care if it's a tiny little ramp. He just goes for it.
He just does. Countdown started. Let's get ready for another PvPer and see if Sansa can make a comeback or MC will close this out.